UT Martin falling to Southeast Missouri. Coach, let's talk about the game a little bit. You wanted to get off to a fast start. First quarter, 10:22 on the clock. Rod Wright with that 23-yard pass from Jared Neal takes it in for a touchdown. 7-0 as you take the lead early.
Yeah, and again, had a chance to be 14-0. We got going that first drive there, hit a couple runs, and got it down to the 1 yard line, and Abu turns the ball over again. That's 2 weeks in a row he's fumbled a football, and he's working hard on it, but we kind of had Trent Garland had to go in after that and did a solid job. I mean, we told the players, the guys that take care of the football, the guys are going to play. That's only what's fair to everybody.
Mm-hmm. And you said that at halftime, and it was pretty obvious that Garland was going to get some carries, and he did well with 65 yards. But your words were you got to value the football, and if you don't, there has to be a consequence.
And Trent put it on the ground, and luckily we got it back. But but going back to the first touchdown, Rod Wright kind of been just a quality backup in the last 3 years, and it's kind of his time to shine, and did a great job, ran a post, and Jared hit him, and no, that was the first drive, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the one we fumbled the next drive. That's right. We threw a curl route to Rod, he broke a tackle and got in the end zone. So that was a good job. Rod had two back-to-back big plays there in those first two drives, and we're up 7-0 and moved the ball. Probably had 100 yards total offense or 125 total yards offense, and within the first quarter.
Rod, 6 catches, 161 yards on the day. Could this be a game that could propel him to more confidence and more catches?
Maybe so. I mean, you hope so. I mean, last week we were talking to him about not being complacent with just making a few catches. Raise your expectations of your quality of play without the football, and I think he did that. I've to this point I've been very pleased with those wideouts. Anytime we're leading the league in passing, 280 something yards a game, and they're and we don't have any cheap ones now. We're not a big screen team as far as to the wideouts. We don't have those type of, quick twitch type guys. Most of these guys are tall and long, and they've got some speed, but maybe not a make you miss type guy. So they're earning, these yards.
Peter Lloyd scores for Southeast Missouri on a 65-yard pass from their quarterback Snyder, and we talked about the big plays. That was a big play, Southeast Missouri.
Yeah.
They just got them right back in.
Yeah, disappointing. Our safety, bit on a little out fake, and we're in zone coverage there. But it's certain, if you're not where you're supposed to be, and it's disappointing. Once again, that's another big play, and we're going to take that coverage out and throw it in the garbage and start over with that, because we've given up a couple of big plays in that coverage, and we're not playing it correctly, and disappointing. So you just those big plays. If you make a team snap it 6 more times, then you got a chance to hold them to a field goal or a chance for them to turn it over. But once again, the big play bit us.
Redditt with a 36-yard field goal makes it 10-7. Southeast Missouri bounces back with Snyder taking it into the end zone. Now, we knew their quarterback could both run and pass the ball. Yeah. What's interesting is he didn't rack up a lot of yards, but he ran the ball when they needed it. He got a couple big first downs and 2 touchdowns on the ground.
He's a transfer from Ohio. He's a good player. He's just a gutty guy and runs hard, and they do a nice job with him. I mean, they really do. That team was probably last in the league maybe in total offense last year, one of the bottom 3, and now they're up there, and they've got a good run, play action. They can throw the ball a little bit. They're going to win some more games. They really are.
It's in the past, Southeast Missouri, to my memory, they've been mostly a run-oriented team, but we're seeing more balance than we've ever seen, as you said, from Southeast Missouri.
Well, certainly so, and that's what was disappointing. Besides the loss, I mean, how we lost. I mean, they didn't have their wideout who had 6 touchdowns. I mean, we got the lucky draw of the game he had to miss was against us, and we still gave up 250 something yards, 30 something yards, whatever it was passing. You're not going to win games until you can take something away from somebody. They had 120 something yards rushing, which on a good, that's not bad. Against a running football team. I mean, that's a good day, but I felt like we were having to commit too many guys to the box in order to do that. And, if you're going to commit that many guys to the box, and you got to hold them under 100 yards rushing. And that way, it's worth the risk. And, that's now, we're still in some zone coverages when we give up some of those big plays. But we've had defensive problems all year. You can look at the numbers and you can tell that, and nobody's more disappointed. Coach Bird, our defense coordinator, myself, but Last year we were, in the middle of the pack and top 4 higher in total defense and did some really good things with the same scheme. And we're going to have to continue to adjust some things because, we did lose some guys from graduations. We lost 4 defensive starters in the secondary. And, obviously up to this point we hadn't recovered. But I will tell you this now, these kids played hard. They did. They played hard. I saw guys in the locker room, with tears in their eyes. And there's no pats on the backs, for losing now. But I thought we gave a lot better effort, a lot better physicality from our entire football team than the week before, especially the fourth quarter against EKU. We continue to get that effort, and we will. We'll get this thing going in the right direction.
You trailed 21-17 at the half, and we'll just go on to the 31-27 final. Coach, as you lose, they had a couple chances to win it late in the game, and it was more of a defensive-oriented game in the second half.
Well, we had, 17, so we only scored 10 points in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And, but first and goal at the 5, that's disappointing. We throw a little play-action pass, and I don't know if the ball got tipped. It looked like it went right in our tight end's hands and in and out. Then second down, they were bringing the pressure. Our quarterback checked to a pass, and our outside wide receiver didn't get it and ran the wrong route. And instead of just throwing the ball, making it worse, our quarterback scrambled around. So now you're down to third down. We thought we had a good play call. The quarterback, didn't get it to his second read who was open. So we let that opportunity get away. Then we get to fourth down, and they had a good call on defense. And, we didn't really execute and scrambled around. I thought one of our receivers got held, and we couldn't make a play on fourth down. So give them credit for that. Now, we still got the ball back with 3 minutes left. Mm-hmm. Our defense did a nice job, got a stop. We got the ball back, get 8 yards on the first play, get the second and 2, and don't do anything with it. And that's disappointing. And so we went 4 downs and out. And we actually had 4 fourth down tries in that game, or 2 fourth down tries that didn't convert,
right.
Which, is a backbreaker. You got to get some points out of those.
Reminds me of the Central Arkansas game. And
yeah.
5 more minutes on the clock. It could be a different game.
One play either way.
Yeah.
We're sitting here at 3-2, 1-1 in the conference, and feel a little bit different about ourselves, especially with the big challenge ahead of us this week.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll talk more with Coach Jason Simpson from Skyhawk Talk. We're at Snappy Tomato Pizza and the University Shopping Plaza in Martin on the Skyhawk Sports Network.